Meet Chris and Sarah. Together they make $100,000 a year. 10 years ago, they thought earning six figures would mean they had made it. Nice house, good cars, vacations, money in the bank. No more worrying about payday. Today, they have $643 in savings, nearly $14,000 in credit card debt, 2 car payments, and 3 days before payday, there is $91 left in checking. So what happened? How can a household make $100,000 a year and still live paycheck to paycheck? Let's follow the money. Because Chris and Sarah do not actually have an income problem. They have a margin problem. And by the end of this video, we're going to rewind their financial life, change a few decisions, and see what the exact same $100,000 income could look like. Let's start with the paycheck. A $100,000 salary sounds like about $8,233 a month. Except that is not what lands in their checking account. After federal taxes, payroll taxes, state taxes, health insurance, and other deductions, let's say our fictional couple actually brings home around $6,300 a month. That is still good money. So where does it go? First comes the house. Mortgage, property taxes, and homeowner's insurance, $2,000. Now we have $4,300. Then come the cars. Chris drives a newer truck. Sarah has an SUV. Between the two loans, $1,150 a month. Add another $350 for insurance and roughly $300 for gas. Transportation is now costing them about $1,800 every month. Our $6,300 paycheck is suddenly down to $2,500, and we haven't eaten yet. Groceries for the family, $700. Restaurants, takeout and delivery, another $600. Phones and internet, $250. Streaming services, apps, gym memberships and subscriptions, $200. Now we're down to about $750. But life is not finished. Kids need things. Birthdays happen. Amazon exists. Something breaks. Someone needs clothes. The dog apparently requires a medical procedure costing roughly the GDP of a small island. And then there are the credit cards. Chris and Sarah have been using them whenever the monthly math doesn't work. Minimum payments? About $400. There goes the rest. They make $100,000 a year, and they're broke. Not because $100,000 disappeared mysteriously, because almost every dollar already has somewhere to go. And here's where it gets interesting. Chris and Sarah look successful. Nice vehicles, nice home, new phones, good clothes, dinner out, pictures from vacation. From the outside, everything looks great. But underneath that lifestyle is a financial system with almost zero margin for error. One major car repair could go on a credit card. A missed paycheck could be a crisis. A $2,000 emergency might require borrowing money. That isn't wealth. That's a high-income tightrope. So let's rewind. Same Chris, same Sarah, same jobs, same $100,000 income. We're not giving them a magical raise. We're changing the decisions. First, the cars. Instead of $1,150 in car payments, imagine they make different vehicle choices and eventually get that down to $500 a month. That's $650 back every month. Next, restaurants and delivery. We're not sentencing them to 17 years of beans and sadness. They can still enjoy themselves. But instead of $600, let's make it $300. Another $300 recovered. Then we clean up subscriptions, apps, and random recurring spending. Save another $150. We've now found roughly $1,100 every month. Same income, same house, same family. Completely different margin. Now, give that $1,100 a job. First, build emergency savings. Because when the car breaks, we want cash answering the phone instead of Visa. Then, attack the credit card debt. Once those balances disappear, the $400 minimum payment disappears too. Now, Chris and Sarah potentially have around $1,500 a month that used to belong to car loans, restaurants, subscriptions, and credit card companies. What happens if they start directing that money toward their future? Let's say eventually they invest $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year being used to build assets instead of payments. And this is where the entire story changes. Because their income never changed. Their direction changed. Before, money came in and immediately flowed toward maintaining a lifestyle. Now some of that money stays. Some protects them. Some eliminates debt. Some gets invested. That is the difference between earning money and building wealth. And notice what we did not do. We did not tell them to never eat at a restaurant again. We did not make them sell the house and live in a tent. We did not tell their children Christmas has been canceled because Dad discovered compound interest. They still have a life. They simply stopped trying to upgrade every part of it at the same time. This is where a lot of six-figure households get trapped. Income goes up. Then the car goes up. The house goes up. Vacations go up. Restaurants go up. Subscriptions multiply. And somehow the bank account never does. The lifestyle expands until it consumes the raise. That is why income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep and build. You can make $50,000 and have financial margin. You can make $100,000 and have none. You can even make $200,000 and still be terrified of payday. The number on your salary does not determine whether you feel wealthy. Your financial margin does. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. If your income stopped tomorrow, how long before things got uncomfortable? A month? A week? 3 days? That answer tells you more about your financial strength than the badge on your car ever will. And if you're making decent money, but constantly wondering where it went, don't immediately assume you need another raise. Follow the money first. Look at the big payments. Look at the recurring payments. Look at the debt. Look at what your lifestyle costs just to keep running every month. Then create a gap. Because the goal isn't to make $100,000. The goal isn't even to make $200,000. The goal is to reach the point where you don't need every dollar you make. Chris and Sarah didn't need a miracle. They needed margin. Same people. Same income. Different decisions. Completely different future. And that is the wealth fix. If you want more real-world money breakdowns where we actually run the numbers and figure out why people stay broke and how to fix it, subscribe to 10-Minute Wealth Fix.